Alright. So we're resuming in progress here. My capture device errored out 3 times and then glitched and crashed completely. So I had to restart it. So luckily I paused the game. Thank God it wasn't like in the middle of dialogue where I couldn't pause it or whatever. So, alright. Oh, Zombie-topia's the place to be. David's dead and now we'll go and see.
Over here, Kate. It's this way.
Damn, that's a lot of zombies.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Poor David.
Poor Gabe. I can't imagine.
Yeah. Poor Gabe. He shouldn't have had to suffer that.
Yeah. He talked about this every day. What to do when he died.
Well,
He was convinced it would happen in the field. Every day. As common as talking about the weather.
Not surprising. He was a soldier.
I used to hate talking about it, but it seemed to soothe him. He'd talk about his military funeral the way that other people talked about retirement plans.
Huh.
He'd only change the subject if I promised I'd bury these. He didn't care about burying his body. As far as he was concerned, this was him.
His service.
Help me dig. It doesn't have to be much.
Like an honored, loyal soldier. They care about their service. So I wonder if I had gone with, or if I had told Clementine to go with Kate, and I went with Gabe, they would have survived and Kate would have died. Probably Kate would have died, I'm thinking.
We should probably say something. That's what you do.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Usually.
You're dead, you stupid... I don't know.
When you see Pa, you tell him I said hi. And then I'm sorry for not paying you back that $10.
Nah.
Do you want to say something?
Fuck no, I hated him.
Let's go.
Gave the wedding ring. Damn. It's fucked up. Dark Victory. Silver Trophy. 3 days later. I guess this is going to be the epilogue, huh? I guess we're done. Oh, I'm supposed to look? I wasn't paying any attention. May you rest in peace. Place the photo.
It was his own fault. If you regret helping me, if you're feeling any guilt, bury it. I mean it.
We need to move on. Move forward.
We do. And we will.
So, is Richmond everything you thought it would be?
Not yet. I'm staying here until it is, though. It's not safe out there. Or in here. I'm pretty sure I can fix one of those. I'm not saying I want it to be this way forever, but I want you to keep your distance. Not forever, but for a little while.
Really? Can we not be friends?
Not yet, Javi. I need you to understand that. We can work together to stay safe, but that's it. For now. I don't hate you, but I hate knowing what our future could have been.
So, I'm really confused because he turned her down for a romantic relationship because he was married, she's married to his brother. She now doesn't even want to talk to him ever again and be friends. What a bitch! Seriously, what a fucking selfish bitch! What the fuck? Fuck that shit. I don't play that shit. I would not put up with that.
Heading out?
Yes, indeed. We came here to put an end to the raiding. Looks like that's been done. Glad we got it settled. Gotta move on.
I gotta admit, man, you're a fucking badass.
You're a real charmer. You know that?
You swing that way?
Through.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they say. Takes one to know one.
That they do. I
I
was
think
worried
he
about
likes
you,
me.
Javi. About who you are inside. You helped save these people, though. That goes a long way for me. Second chances are in short supply these days. That's what this place can be, if you let it. Trust me, though. Life within walls is a hell of a lot different than life on the road. Don't take shortcuts like Joan. You gotta do the right thing. Always.
Wait, that's true.
Good
David's
days,
dead, so
and
he's in
especially
charge
bad.
now.
Absolutely. The right thing. No matter what.
Good to hear. I read people pretty well. Little gift of mine. You're a capable guy, Javi. Change is in the air here. You can lead that change, and I think you should. For the better. God knows this town could use it.
You know what? I'm gonna step up. Lead this place in the right direction.
Then as far as I'm concerned, Richmond's in much better hands than it was.
Hey, Jesus?
Hey, Gabe.
Thanks for, you know, not letting me get killed.
I'm a Buddhist. I don't
and for
believe in
coming
you.
back
Get
to
out.
help us.
Yeah. Thanks for that, man.
Pay it forward. Be vigilant. Trouble never stays too far away.
So is Clem gonna stay? Oh, the doctor's
You're
still
alive.
here. He didn't die?
Don't remind me. I'm not gonna say thank you for keeping me alive, but I'm gonna try and find something out there that might make me say thank you. Someday.
So where's AJ? Tell me.
Yeah,
Where?
you better.
Start saving your soul today. Tell us where AJ is.
Don't know how much of that soul I got left.
Please.
What the hell?
Yeah, what does it matter
He's
now?
at McCarroll Ranch. It's not too far from here. That's where we left him, at least.
Thank you.
By himself
Good
in the
luck out
woods.
there, Doctor.
Well, we know where Clem's going.
So you're out of here too, huh?
Yeah. It's time. I have to find AJ, Javi. I've waited so long. But could you do me one last favor before I leave?
Uh-oh, what? Show me the meaning of love. Wait, what? Second chances. Wow, that was a short chapter. Holy shit. That was like 5 minutes. Alright, so this must be the big
I used to
finale
do this
right
for
now.
my niece.
That's nice of you.
Oh, she's cutting
thought
his
I was
hair.
terrible at it.
I see.
Were
He's cutting
you?
her hair, excuse me.
None of your business.
I'm really gonna miss Gabe. I mean, he's super annoying sometimes, but I've gotten used to having him around. At least, to have someone to talk to, even if he is a total dork.
Not that he said anything to me in particular, but You know the guy's got a mondo crush on you, right?
He does not.
Oh my gosh, you have a crush on him too.
I do not.
You both have my blessing.
I'm gonna stab you with those scissors. I have to see AJ, Javi. I have to see that he's okay. Do you think he remembers me?
Oh, you got some shit smeared on the back of your neck there.
Maybe.
Who could forget you, Clem? No one who knew you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone told us he was better off. After everything that's happened, I'm starting to think they're right. I don't know if I was a good mom or not. I can't stop thinking about it.
Did you love him?
With all of my heart.
And of course you were.
There you go. That's all it takes. Left him at home alone all the time, went out with friends partying, boozing.
Gabe told me you used to play baseball.
Great mom.
I did. I loved it.
He told me you fucked it all up, too.
Yep. Sure did.
Well, you survived.
I had to.
But you loved it. How do you survive that? How? If you really loved it, how?
That's what's good about a broken heart. When you're looking at it all broken and shattered on the floor, you figure out the pieces you need versus the ones you liked. If you're ready to move on, that is.
If.
Huh. Clementine will remember that.
All done.
She's
Well,
completely
how's it
bald. I didn't really know what I was fucking doing. So I chopped your list shit right off. What the hell? It looks
You know
terrible.
what? I'll grab your hat.
I like their old hair better. What the fuck?
I remember this team. Your dad ever teach you about baseball?
No, not really.
Well, you come back, and I'll tell you all about it.
It's a deal.
Boy, he fuck up her hair bad. What an asshole. She looks terrible.
If I bring AJ back with me, will you teach him too?
Oh, no more kids allowed here. We have enough mouths to feed. Haha.
You bet. He belongs with you, Clementine. Bring him back.
So he becomes the new leader of Richmond. She goes off to get AJ, and that's the end. Is that it? Looks like it. They're going to send her off, and that'll be the end. Whoa, where'd you get that jacket from? It's Michael Jackson Thriller jacket she's wearing. Well, it's an appropriate setting for this. Thriller! Dance with the zombies. She's like, by the way, so now you're actually staying in Richmond. You can change your fucking clothes. You've been wearing those for the entire season. They probably smell to high heaven. Especially because you covered yourself in zombie guts before. You might want to wash at some point. Is that it? That's it. Anticlimactic ending for sure. The dawn breaks. Gold trophy. Alright, so. Oh, and I got a platinum. A new frontier for finishing. I forget you get a platinum when you finish these Telltale games. So you accepted David's hand after he punched you on the night your father died. You supported David's plan to meet at his house in Richmond. And it's time I need you to distance yourself from David. Gabe had to brain his own father after David turned. The experience with Kate was distant, right? You were relieved. Dude, this fucking song is annoying. Hold on a second. Fuck that, dude. I'm taking the headphones off, too. I'm trying to read this shit. I got this girl singing in my ear. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, anyway. Your experience with Kate was distant. So with David, it was heartfelt. But with Kate, it was distant. You were relieved to see Kate in the junkyard. You rejected Kate's plan to leave Richmond. Ending things once and for all, you rejected Kate, and you asked Kate if you could try to be friends, but she said she wasn't ready. Owned. Haha. Your experience with Gabe was safety first. You upset Gabe by not staying in the trailer for the night. You told Gabe the truth about his neighborhood friend. You slept. You helped Kate save Richmond before going after Gabe. In your New Frontier story, you reassured Tripp by promising you wouldn't cause trouble in Prescott. Then you went to the junkyard with Tripp. Finally, you picked Tripp to live, but Joan shot him to teach you a lesson. With Eleanor, you left Eleanor at Prescott when you went to the junkyard. Then Eleanor leaked your plan to incite resistance against Joan, and ultimately you did not forgive Eleanor for her betrayal. Ava, Clementine declined Ava's offer to meet with the New Frontier. Then Ava helped you get into the armory because you showed solidarity with David, and in the end, despite your not picking her to live, Ava died saving you on the overpass. Lingard. Clementine ignored Lingard's medical advice regarding AJ. Then you refused to give Lingard a lethal injection, and then finally, after the chaos, Lingard told you where AJ was located. So if he was dead, you probably never would have figured where AJ was. Damn, that would have been a different ending. Conrad, you abstained from gambling in Conrad's poker game. Then, when Gabe threatened Conrad, you convinced her nephew to lower his gun. Later, you shot Conrad in the tunnel after he threatened Gabe's life. That's right. And I still think that was the right decision. Jesus, when you met Jesus, you didn't trust him, so you bound his hands. Then you promised Jesus to always do the right thing in helping Richmond survive. Lastly, you promised Jesus you would help to lead Richmond. Man, look, it's still going. Joan, you told Joan the New Frontier was to blame for Mariana's death. Then you planned to expose Joan failed, and eventually you shot Joan. Clint kicked you out of Richmond for stealing gas. Then you rejected Clint's deal to have leave Richmond peacefully. Currently, Clint's whereabouts are unknown. That's true, he just vanished. We don't know what happened to Clint. He just disappeared completely. Alright, so now with the choices. Wow, 92.9% of players stood on the ledge. Whoa, so here we go. What did you say to David about Kate? You and only 18% of players denied having a relationship with Kate, but David didn't believe you. All right. 51% of players confessed your love for Kate. 28% of players came clean about your relationship with Kate, and 2% of players said nothing. And this is the biggest bullshit of the entire episode, in my opinion, because as I said, all the choices that I had made up to now were to try to avoid a conflict with the brother, you know, David, over Kate. Because, I mean, honestly, I'll be honest here. Even in real life, if this happened, right? If I had a brother or a friend, and they had a you know, attractive wife, and they disappeared out of the picture, and I ended up almost being like a husband and a companion to the wife, raising kids and stuff, I still would be very, very apprehensive about doing anything because you never know. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation, right? And then he comes back into the picture, and the thing's all fucked up, right? So I purposely made all my choices to not create a conflict, and there was still a fucking conflict. The illusion of choice. Did you fight David back? You and 65% of players showed your love, so most people did not fight back. Did you go after Gabe? Yes, most people actually went with Kate. Only 40% went after Gabe. Did Clementine come along with you? After the fight with David, Clementine followed her own plan, splitting up with you and 54% of players. Huh. So there was actually a chance that Clementine would have went with you? Huh. But the majority of people, she did leave, but apparently she would have stayed with you at some point. You know what it is? I think it was if the doctor had died, okay? I think that if the doctor had died and there was no information about where AJ was, then she would have stayed. But because we didn't have any information on AJ, that's why she went off to do her own thing. I think that was the determining factor. So keeping the doctor alive was ultimately the determining factor here. All right, hold on. So you're Clementine. I think the lyrics are done, by the way. I think I can make the music loud again. Hold on, let's see. Yes, I think the lyrics are done. She's going to play the beat, so now I can actually turn it back up. All right. So you're Clementine. Good lord. Your Clementine became a liberated warrior. Clementine and AJ traveled solo through dangerous territory, fighting off walkers and barely surviving. After circumstances forced her to join the New Frontier, Clem didn't hesitate to use her resources for her own ends, leading to exile and a tearful farewell. When Javi and David fought at the water tower, Clem remembered a similar fight long ago at a snow-covered rest stop. Yeah, remember the end of Season 2. She took a carefully placed shot to stop David's violence without killing him. Right, because if you remember, she killed it. What's his name? At the end of, what was his name? Kevin or whatever? She killed him at the end of Season 2. Here she didn't kill David, she just stopped him. And once David left in the truck with Gabe, Clementine knew the best course of action was to go it alone, leave Javi's side, and help the person he didn't choose. Oh, wow, there's a little epilogue of her. Did she find AJ? Will we know? Here comes the zombie beast. She's ready to go. She said, AJ, I gotta save AJ. Come on, Clem. Shoot those zombies. Waste all those bullets. Do it. Waste those bullets, motherfucker.
I'm gonna find you, AJ.
In your thriller jacket. You do it, girl. You do it. Clementine's story will continue. I wonder if it's going to be... I wonder if Clementine will get her own spin-off. That's what I'm wondering. Are they going to give Clementine her own game now? And then have The Walking Dead Season 4 will follow Javier and the people in Richmond, but then Clementine gets her own spin-off like Michonne got her own spin-off. I almost bet that's what they're going to do. Because they know that The Walking Dead... Telltale knows that The Walking Dead is a cash cow. So they're probably going to split the series. That would be my guess. They're going to split it and have one with Clem going on with her adventures as an adult, and then one with the people in Richmond. But, alright, so that is it. The conclusion of Season 3 of The Walking Dead. What did I think? I'll be honest with everyone. By far the worst of all 3 seasons. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. The first season was the best. The second season was second. This is by far the worst. Number 1, the choices I made really didn't fucking matter at all. As you saw at the end, the same stuff happened anyway as they were trying to plan it out. It's bullshit. I had purposely been making choices the entire season leading one way, and then they just threw it all away at the end anyway, which is complete bullshit. I did like that Clem was part of the story. But at the same time, I don't know. I really just think, even though the story was interesting, don't get me wrong, I did like playing the game, but I think the problem here now is that the Walking Dead franchise has had games in the Telltale series for, what, 7 years, right? When was the first one? Wasn't it 2010 or 2011, something like that? So you're talking 6-7 years you've been playing these games. It's not the same anymore. When you had that first group of survivors, that core group, and you really cared about all of them, then by the end of the season, most of them were dead, and then to end, you know, at the end you get the heart-wrenching ending of Season 1, right? And even Season 2, now you get to follow Clem, and Clem's doing these kind of gruesome things, and all these harsh things are happening all around her, and at the end there's the critical choice, right? I really didn't feel like that happened in this one. More, it just felt like you were just along for the ride, and really what you did didn't matter, and that kind of sucked in my opinion. So, I'm like that Clem survived, thank God, but I mean, let's face it, do you really think they were going to kill her when she's the only remaining character from the original series? Probably not. So, kind of predictable, kind of what I expected. I'm a little disappointed, especially that my choices didn't matter. I'm still happy I played it. It was still fun. But certainly nowhere near as these games, nowhere near as good as these games used to be, in my opinion. And it might just be that The Walking Dead is played out at this point, you know? When you have something that's fresh and new, it's one thing, but now we've been doing it for so long. This is the 4th Walking Dead game, because you had the Michonne spinoff, so technically this is the 4th one. I don't know. I think I'm way more interested to find out what happens to Clem and follow her than I don't care about any of these people in Richmond anymore. I really don't. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see when they do Season 4, which you know they're going to do. I guess we'll have to see. But, alright, that's it. For The Walking Dead Season 3, A New Frontier. I hope that you enjoyed the playthrough. I thank you for watching it and sharing it with me, the experience. And I hope to see you for future Telltale games, in particular if they do more Walking Dead. I guess we'll check them out. Alright, folks? That's it. Thank you for watching. Peace out. See you later. And don't let the zombies bite.